All right, are we ready? Lori, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What I wanted to go through, as you can see, and you should be able to see from the screen here, is some computer-aided design, some human resources, ERP software, and then also some information on success factors in MIS. So it should not take too long, and it is recording. I hope it should be. It is recording. So we will have this to put out later. If you have any questions at any time, please ask them. And do you have any course-related questions now?
No, not yet.
Okay, well, that's pretty good since we're several weeks into the course. That's a good feeling there. All right, well, here we go. This is on SolidWorks, which is computer-aided engineering and design. I'm going to play some of this right here. What they're showing you as it goes along is that the design software allows them to input parts of a diagram or parts of a device, separate those parts out, put them in different views, and change them. And so we'll take a look at a little bit of this. It should not be too long. Here we go.
Documenting and detailing designs in SolidWorks is made easy with quick and useful tools. From the creation of the drawing and simply selecting size, to dragging and dropping views directly from the view palette onto the drawing sheet. SolidWorks automates the process with quick orthogonal views that can be projected at any time. The view palette is a valuable resource to review which views have already been placed and allow us to add more as needed. Isometric views can be automatically projected from any view as well. At any time you need to create a section view, it's as simple as drawing the section line and letting SolidWorks do the rest of the work for you. Place the section view, and anytime you want to change its orientation or section angle, simply double-click on the section view line. Detail views work in much the same way, except we'll draw a detail view circle. All the information is completely associated to the parent view, so any changes you make relative to size or position will be reflected accordingly. The views are intelligent as well, meaning that if you change the annotation to reflect scale, the view will update.
Okay, so what was really neat about that, and I'm going to go ahead and close that now, was the fact that it is an intelligent manipulation for data. And that means that MIS is able to implement. Now, what's the really, Lori, what's the really good thing about a computer automated manufacturing process? What's just one?
I'm having a hard time hearing you. I'm sorry.
Okay. What do you think one of the most beneficial aspects of a computer generated manufacturing process might be?
I'm not sure.
I don't know about if I type the letter T somewhere, it's always going to look like the same letter T, right?
Right.
Okay. So manufacturing is the same way. Somebody in one country can use that computer-aided design software, design something, and then send the entire process as a digital file to someone else to build.
Okay.
How about that?
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. And so that is, and the other thing is, it's, as we said, the letter T, it is always replicatable. It's going to be the same every time, because it's the same process. It just, what does it say about computers? They are not really smart. They just run programs, right? So it just runs a program. Okay, one of our discussions this week concerned Human resources. And so here are some human resources. Teaching, monitoring performance, internal fit and capability, and hiring or recruiting. So let's take a brief look at some of these. Here they are. This is what they accomplish. Right? Recruit, qualify, track. And instead of using bulky systems, compact, detailed systems. Who are you going to reward for their performance and why? And what do you need to teach people and how? And again, all of this, and this is the next thing, what is the big thing about this? Look at that. It's in the cloud. And service as a software solution. And so the organization can do what? They can outsource these HR functions. And that saves a lot of money. And also makes it consistent. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Questions on that at all?
No.
Okay, well, let's close. I'll take a real quick look on this and see. And you can see on each one of these, when I select it, it's going to bring up a different company. So a whole bunch of different companies all partnered together. And so MIS then facilitates partnerships. This is one company, My Staffing Pro. This is another company, Bamboo HR. Performance is from another company. Not just different sites, entirely different companies. So that is facilitated by the cloud, software as a service, and the partnerships. That is the way to go. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And one of the things that we'll talk about later is ERP. And so this is another web-based ERP process, and it conducts these types of processes. Management, data collection, job order management, financial records, ledgers, assets, resources, web resources for printing, communicating and governing. This right here, this balanced scorecard thing down here, that's MIS feedback to improve management and leadership performance. Over here, quality control. Up here, purchasing, supply chain management. And up here, consumer or customer relation management. And so each one of these functions are managed as one total enterprise resource planning process, which is really kind of neat. Take a quick look at some of these. Here. Data collection, analysis, calculations for value, plant supervision and control. Okay. Hopefully it will come back up down here if I scroll down far enough. And again, we might be stuck. All right, so all of these, so now we're back to here. That was the management, and then over here for finance. Okay, so you have those functions. Go down again. Here is this. These were the MIS stuff over here, this web-based. Take a look at some of this. Maybe talk to me. Be nice. Be nice. Here we go. E-business. Remember, we've been talking this week about e-business. No. All right. So those things are available as all part of an ERP, enterprise resource process. Okay. Questions on that? That was kind of neat, huh?
Yep.
Okay, now a little bit of something else to share with you. Can you see the document, or are we just still looking at the Zoom screen? Oh, screen sharing is shaves. Pause. I don't want to pause my screen sharing. I want it to go. Not doing what I want. Okay, well, that's okay. We're back over here. Can you still see my screen or not?
No.
All right. Well, that's good.
I can't either.
Okay, well, here we go. Here are some of the success factors for MIS, which is Management Information Systems, right? So here first, this is all the way back in 1974. People were investigating and using MIS, probably had big computers that filled rooms, right? But that's what they tried to do. They tried to design a system that not only worked well, but that worked with its users. And so they recognized that back, almost 50 years ago. So just think, those principles still apply. So when you're working with MIS processes, remember the person on the floor, the person with their hands on the computer has to be able to use it. No matter how complex it might seem, they have to use it. And if they cannot use it, it will not happen. All right? Okay, here's some more. Some of the ways that MIS will define its processes will use models. You saw the three-dimensional the two-dimensional drawings and the models that we saw at that one site. But MIS will actually design simulation models that will say, if we do this, what will we find as the effect? And they'll run that so that they can tell what's going to work. Well, there's only one problem with that. You've had math, right? Yes, you have. There are things like independent and dependent variables. An independent variable acts all by itself. A dependent variable depends on something else. Something else will control it or direct it. And so one of the most difficult problems associated with MIS planning consists of isolating dependent variables from independent variables. And sometimes that seems like it should be very intuitive, but it is not. That's why in any planning session, it pays to have someone that knows the process. So when you are managing an MIS project, make sure you have somebody in there that knows the process, because they will be able to explain whether something is independent or dependent, and then that will allow you and the executives there to figure out how to put it together. Right?
All right.
Okay. Now, here are the 6 major dimensions of a successful project. Number 1, a quality system. The system itself, the thing that delivers, contracts, extracts, moves the information, must be quality. The next one is the information must have quality. It has to be good information. Next, it has to deliver value. It has to be useful. And then the users have to be satisfied with it. And then the last 2 are the effect that it has. Individual effect on the person using it and the effect on the organization. Look at those 6 aspects of MIS, and those will help create a successful project. Okay? All right, let's see if I have anything else here. Okay, I think I just about covered that. So, if you have any questions, I want to remind you, please, during the week, you can send them up to me by email, and I will include them in the next week's session. And what I will also do is I have an article here. I'm going to post this article out into the announcements for the class, and it has to do with the management information success measures. I think you guys might like it. Okay? All right. Well, Lori, thank you for coming. Is that back? Are you out on a runway somewhere?
Yeah, we're actually heading down to South Carolina.
Okay. All right. Well, I see you and Diane are here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I found if we keep these to about 20 minutes or less, then it makes a lot easier for anybody that missed it to watch it. So if you enjoyed it, tell everybody about it. Bring your questions. And if you're interested in something, let me know what you're interested in, and we can add that to the content. All right?
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Lori and Diane, for coming. Diane, did you have anything? I see you're connected with audio now.
Yeah, I kept it off so that I didn't have background noise interfering. But no, I don't have any questions right now.
All right. Would you two both talk it up, because we're building some attendance here, and see if we can come up things that you are interested in, things that excite you, and we'll go ahead and include those. All right.
Okay.
Okay. And here's something to think about for coming next week. See what you can find out about quantum computing. Quantum computing uses different atomic quantum states to generate information in multiple types of, let's call that states. Not like a country state, but multiple ways to express multiple things. It's one of the up and coming. It's like the holy grail of MIS right now. Okay?
Okay, I just Googled it and found an article. I'm going to read about it right now.
All right. Well, there you go. And I will see you guys next week. Thank you very much for coming. You made my day. We'll see you. Bye-bye.
Bye.